Welcome back to the channel. This episode is going to be a little different. I'm going to grab some of my camping gear for my 200th subscriber celebration. I'm going to pitch the tent, do like a mock camping trip right here in the backyard. It's supposed to snow tonight. Who knows how much we'll actually get. It's supposed to get pretty cold tonight. I've got some gear out here. Looking forward to getting a fire started. Using my camping stove, breaking out some of the stuff I got for Christmas. It's hard to find camping spots in the winter. Campgrounds aren't open for the most part. You got to go to the mountains. You got to go private property. So this is just easy, something fun. Good college game on tonight. I'm going to be glamping for the most part. Hope it's something you can enjoy. All right, here I back the truck up into the backyard. I've got some wood for the stove. Open this up here. Got the old wood stove. I got some stuff I won't be using, but for the most part this is where I store everything. Try to keep it watertight. So that's basically it. You get the little outriggers with the strings, kind of give you some more room inside. I'll take you in there in just a minute. A few more things to tidy up, and we got a campsite. Okay, this is going to be my humble abode for the evening, and this is a Amazon special. Excuse the shadows. I got a little light out here to help me see and help the video to be watchable. Air flappers here, some air vents, so when you're in there, if you choose to use those, you can kind of ventilate in there. This is the camping stove flap. This is where if you remember the video of my camping stove, that'll vent out there. There's a whole thing that covers this. Stove pipe comes out. Come inside here. Really a pretty good amount of room. I mean, I'm almost standing up. I'm almost standing up straight. I'm kind of hunched over, but I've got a couple cots that'll go in here. The camping stove will sit over here. And get that thing all stoked up. My backyard is kind of set up for camping anyway. So I got the fire pit there. We used to have a camper that sat back here, and we would just do this, especially during COVID times. You might remember this is my camping stove here from Russia. It's really fun to use, easy to set up. Got a bunch of extra rags. You never have too many of those. Everything that you need fits right inside. What makes it cool is everything fits right inside of here. So take all the stovepipe out. This is where I wish I had a microphone. I'll get there. Here you got the legs. They just pop right on. Pop this little cap out. And you just kind of figure it out. And as you can see, it kind of sits in there. You don't want to get it too close Hopefully you can see pretty good in here. You don't want to get it too close to the sides of the tent wall. This is just a vinyl tent. Haven't really been out here in the rain. It's supposed to at least keep most of the moisture out, that penetration there. This flapper, again, this is all untested. You know, would I use this in survival? I don't think I would. This is more for fun. I guess if you had to, you could. You know, I don't have a rain, I guess they call those a rain tarp that goes over top, and there's ways to fortify this tent, but totally just for fun. This little camp stove is awesome, does the trick. I've got this Vietnam era cot from a thrift store a while back. These are not anything you would want to pack if you're packing lightly. If I can remember how to open it. It's simple here, they just kind of, legs go down there. As you can see, these are pretty big. Open these up like that. Very sturdy, I can slide them right in there, we can sit on them, sleep on them. All right, I'm tucked away in the tent here. I went ahead, because the snow's supposed to come later tonight if it ever comes, I went ahead and brought all my gear in here. So see, you've got these containers full of goodies. Got my sleeping bag here. I got some cookware, all kinds of different things in here. I got another little light if I need it. You know, I always want to have adequate lighting. Check your batteries. You know, I got this little stool here, and these little stools that pop open. I'll show you that later. I'm going to be using that a lot. All kinds of stuff, you know. If you want to bust up some wood, I got this stuff called fat wood. Good fire starter stuff there. So everything I think I'm going to need, I'm going to lay out. And I can kind of show you. But there's all kind of stuff in here that I won't use. Okay, I pulled out a few things. I got my little chair there that'll unfold. Inside of this is like an emergency watertight poncho, fire starter sticks. I'm gonna break that out, and I don't even remember what's in there. Playing cards in case you get bored. It's all the little stuff you get over the years, and people find out you like camping, and you never really try it unless you take it out of the box and start fires with it. So I know that sounds dumb, but that's a fact. We get a lot of things we just never use. This is called fat wood fire starter. Looks like a really dry kindling. That'll get us going good. I've got some pots and pans. I've used these a few times. They all collapse and they're easy to store. Most of this stuff is just Ozark Trail or, you know, Amazon Chinese brand stuff. This is a nice Gerber axe I got for Christmas. I'll play with that a little bit, chop some wood with it, and always keep a headlamp nearby. Make sure your batteries are good. I think that's not bad. I've got some adequate lighting in here. Obviously, when you're glamping in the yard, you always have what you need. All right, and then I've got some utensils for cooking. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that on the stove. This is my comfy little situation here. You know, I made the mistake before of breaking out the sleeping bag and laying it up there and doing it before you start, and then you end up getting stuff all over it. You really need the flat surfaces, you know, like the cutting board there. When you keep a light nearby. I've got my food prep there. It's going to be just a rewarming of some stuff. The wood that I prepared, I went ahead and brought it in. If it doesn't snow, it's going to rain, so I'm going to keep everything in here. And these are closed up now. I'll use those as extra flat surfaces. Sitting on the cot now, and I can see a perfect angle of the stove. Door going outside, not too close to the fire pit. I'll have an outdoor fire just to chill tonight. It's not that cold, you know, it really isn't. It's going to drop later. Love this stove. Something about it once it gets going and you're really settled in, the crackling of the wood, the different feels of the environment, and this little lid just pops right on there, and then you got your air inlet there. Just, I mean, you could put sticks in there and feed it that way, or it's just a great little design, lightweight stainless steel. Love it, love it, love it. Their outrigger little tabs that you can spread the, you can spread the tent out a little wider using those. I don't want to trip over those. I'm just in the backyard. It's just going to be me. Leslie might join me later. She might not. It's just for fun. The kids will see me out here enjoy myself, and they'll want to come out a little bit later. And then, so this is me geeking out on a Friday night. We got Ohio State, Texas tonight, 7:30. A couple hours. It's almost 6. I'm basically set up. I got my headgear. I'm pretty well cored up here. I've got the Under Armour, whatever you call that, thermocore stuff. It really works great. That's a plug for them. Pay the extra money. You don't need to wear a lot of clothes if it's not too windy, obviously. I've got a devotion book that I'm gonna bring out later. A friend of mine sent me. It just got in the mail today. Been getting started on that this year. So this is where I'm gonna be. I got a little light in here. Extension cord ran in here. I'm gonna have my laptop and watch the football game. I'm gonna have a fire going. Stand by. All right, so I've done a little bit more of setting up some preparation for the big game. So I got the laptop out here. I'm glamping hardcore. I've got my 4-way outlet ready to go. I mean, I'm really roughing it out here. I haven't started any fires yet. Got my pregame going on. Food is sitting here ready to be warmed up. And yeah, so I'm getting ready to get going here. All right, while that's crackling away, go in here and do a little cooking on the stove. I thought about doing some out here on the open fire, but too much of a hassle. This is more for looking at, and when I'm relaxing a little bit later out here, I can just warm my hands by the fire. All right, let's get this food going here. Got some of the wood down there ready to go in. Got some of my kindling out here ready to go. The torch. Fire out there in the pit, doing pretty good. So here we go. We got some of this wood going in there. Stack a little bit of the kindling in there first. Into this fat wood. Got it going here. I don't need the headlamp anymore. I can take that off. So I've got a decent crackling going on in there. You see, I got it pretty well stacked to the top. So that smoke will start once everything heats up. See in there. Okay, so we've got ourselves a little onion cut up. That's going to go in our dish. Not going to give it away yet. But I'm just going to be reheating something I cooked the other night. This little cutting board and knife set that came with a gift. I'm not going to need a lot of onion. It's just me. So I'm just going to cut up like half of this. See if the stove's gotten hot enough here where I can cook on it yet. Just gonna do some peppers. Not too hot. I'm gonna slow cook these onions and peppers, and that's gonna go great along with what I'm cooking. At about 40 minutes to kickoff. It's gonna work out just right. All right, here we go. We got some ground sausage, some ground beef in there. I got those peppers and onions all softened up and buttered up. All right. Now we're gonna simmer this chuck wagon chili is what we're gonna call that. So this little contraption, I use one of these carabiners, a little mini carabiner. I think my wife did this for me. So I've got the fork and the knife and the spoon, and then all the ones that I use for cooking, I'll hook to here, of course, after they're cleaned up, and that kind of keeps everything together. This turned out amazing. That's just sitting there, just cooling off a little bit before I burn my face off. You know, one thing to think about is when you're in a tent like this, you tend to stay hunched over a lot. So I got this little stool here that I was using to mount the camera with earlier. Temperatures are starting to drop a little bit. I can feel it, but in this tent, I don't know. I walked out and came back in. It's 15 degrees difference with the door open. Tastes great. So this year I decided that I was going to be a Texas Longhorns fan. I don't know much about the team. I'm rooting for them. I got friends that are Ohio State fans. I don't really care who wins that much, but it would be cool for bragging rights. No, I was going to put some cheese in there. It doesn't even need it. I'm not even going to do it. So a good friend of mine recommended these devotions, Taking Time to Change. I've been working a little bit into this book. This is the workbook that coincides with this book. I'm not too sure how it works yet. I'm gonna start some of that tonight. Changed in His image, God's plan for transforming your life. Jim Berg is the author of this, and so far so good. A lot of times you go through the motions of things and just go on cruise control in our lives and never take the time to dive into anything spiritual and examine our hearts. Appreciate this. You know who you are. So I'm all zipped up in here. I mean, it is probably 75 degrees inside the tent. The stove is cranking almost too much. I've got the game going. Ohio State looks like they're trying to make a statement early in this game. There's the first touchdown. The chili is, I can just reheat it. You put it in there, you just reheat it, throw it back on top of there. Getting pretty set up. Getting ready to enjoy a little bit of the game, do a little reading. This is nice. All right, I've got my bed all laid out here. All set in here. Some couple pillows. We'll try to finish this game without falling asleep. All right, folks, it's been quite the evening. I'm ready to lay down and relax now. Finish devotion time up. Got the fire stoked again, and bed is ready, and I'm ready to lay down and watch the rest of this game. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you in the morning. Hopefully there'll be some snow on the ground. Well, so I wanted to capture the yard just in case it decides to rain and wash all the snow away. This is about midnight. I can hear people racing up and down the roads, playing out in the snow. Down at the bottom, pretty well covered. And if you can hear that, it's pretty noisy.
pretty noisy. So that freezing rain and ice coming down was accumulating earlier pretty good, but I'm feeling it's turning into freezing rain for the most part. Get some more wood and have over here. So we will see what tomorrow brings. It's hard to tell when you're inside here whether it's rain, snow, or freezing rain that you're hearing hit the top of the tent. It all sounds the same. Good morning. Not too bad. Slept pretty good. Believe we got some snow on the ground still. It's 7 a.m. and I'm going to leave everything up and go in the house and get some real sleep. Slept pretty good, but you know how it is. Thanks again for watching. Really appreciative of all of the new subscribers, those who pushed me over the 200 mark. Thank you so much, and until next time, I'll see you on the next one.